Welcome to Wax Off. My name is Robina Rayasat and I'm a hearing aid audiologist. I'll be talking through our earwax removal videos, so let's see some wax. This patient, let's call him Jacken Hagar. His name is Jacken because although he officially is the man with no name, he definitely is not faceless, and I actually think he has had the same face since he was 14 years old because legend has it that he doesn't age at all, and I can attest to that. Now we're starting off on the right ear, which has a partial blockage with light brown wax, which indicates it's been not there for very long, but definitely needs to be removed because Jacken is an avid swimmer, so it can become blocked up very quickly. We've got past those little hairs in the ear canal, and slowly the wax is peeling off the side of the ear canal, and it's a little bit drier than it usually is, but you can see that's come away beautifully. This piece of wax has taken on the shape of the ear canal. It's round in shape, and you can see the different layers of keratin and the build-up that show how it was formed over time. Now I'm going back in to see what the state of affairs is. There is a very small amount of wax which is on the part of the ear canal wall, which you can see just at the bottom of the screen. Now, through those hairs, we have a superb view of the wax, and it wants to come away, but I've got to get it at the exact point where the probe lifts it up. And here it comes away. Here is the final shot of the eardrum, quite a beautiful looking one. The anterior part of the ear canal wall, which is closest to the front of Jacken's face, is quite prominent, so does obscure the view of the eardrum a little, but a perfectly healthy, beautiful eardrum. There is always some of the waxy, sticky residue in the area where the hairs are found, and this is fine to leave, because Jacken isn't a hearing aid wearer, so it isn't posing any problems whatsoever there. Now we go on to the really interesting ear, the left side. This is the side that Jacken said is blocked up, and as I go in you can tell that the wax has been pushed a bit deeper beyond the part of the ear canal where the hairs are. That's probably through use of swim earplugs, and I have to say, even though it may look like these hairs are large and long, what you're seeing on screen are very small hairs in real life, and the endoscope just magnifies them. The left side has been beautifully oiled by Jacken, and he's been very diligent to do this. I'm having to angle the endoscope just under the hairs so I can see past the little hairs, otherwise we would get a huge amount of glare from them. I'm gently rocking the wax, and you can see these small movements are beginning to allow it to release from the ear canal. When you have some substantial earwax in the ear, if any water gets into the ear during swimming or afterwards, the water absorbing properties of wax cause it to swell, and this then causes the blockage to close off the ear. It can become really uncomfortable, and especially for Jacken, it took days sometimes for the wax to finally release some of that water and allow sound to go through to his eardrum. lots of those tiny hairs interwoven with the wax plug on the surface, and very small movements, and suddenly we have a small surface layer which breaks off. Going back in and opening the ear canal up with the end of the probe tip slightly and more breaks off. And here we have some traction on the remainder of the blockage, and suddenly the hugest plug of wax is revealed. A still here for you, which I'm having to do in 2 parts because the wax plug is very long. I've now gone back in to remove a small piece of the wax which still remains in the ear canal, which broke off, and as you can see it's not so small. It comes out, and I have frozen the frame again to show you what came out. It's a plug encapsulated with keratin due to the white layers around the wax, and shiny looking, obviously because of the oil. So here is the final shot of the eardrum. You can see we enter the ear canal. There are lots of oily residues which are absolutely fine to leave in there. The eardrum and surrounding skin is slightly red because the wax has been pushed right up against the eardrum, but you can also see there is a slight creaminess to this part. This is likely through perforation as a child. Jackan wasn't sure which of his ears had a perforation as a child, but looking in his ears, I would hazard a guess that it is this one, and that's because it's slightly more opaque. You can see the eardrum skin is slightly thicker and creamy in colour. So when the eardrum heals, it does also cause scarring. And again, the ear canal towards the eardrum is a little narrow, but everything is healthy in there. For me, this eardrum shows just how brilliant the human body is. There used to be a hole in this eardrum, and now it has gone, and the body has healed itself by itself without any intervention. So if holes are small enough in the eardrum, they do eventually heal up, as long as there's no other complications like discharge, etc., which make it a bit more difficult. So thank you so much for watching episode 26 of Wax Off. I hope you're enjoying these videos. I hope you are also clicking the bell icon and subscribing to us below. Please do carry on watching, and I will see you in the next one.